Hey guys, Darren here. Thanks for joining the Stock Option Market Weekly Update for the week of March 18th, 2024. We will talk about where we are in the S&P 500 year to date, what it looks like moving forward. We'll touch on the different sectors, what they did last week, what they look like moving forward. We'll talk about some of the economic data that is coming out this week and what came out last week. And then we will jump into the different sector performance, and then finally live trades on the option trading platform. Guys, before we get started, if you appreciate the time and effort that goes into making these videos, if you can do me a favor and please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. I think it's super important that we understand the ways that the rich are getting richer, the tools they're using and the strategies, so that we can use those same tools and strategies to profit for ourselves safely in any market. Be sure and download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the two main benefits of trading options over buying stocks. Also, use the link below to open an account with Moomoo. Receive 15 free stocks when you open an account and deposit just $1,000. Deposit $100 and you get 5 free stocks. Now, if you do this, you open an account, you get the free charting software that I use, and it's great. You can set up all your indicators, and it's a great tool to have for free. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial planner and I'm not recommending trades. Please do your own research, and if you're new or learning options, I recommend you start small. All right, guys, so let's look at where we are in the S&P 500. We started the week last week at 51.23 and ended up at 51.17. This is actually the 5-day chart right here, and then year to date we are up around 7%. We started the year at 47.43, and actually the market is open right now and we're at 51.55. So our forward PE right now, our PE ratio is around 20.7 right now, so it is above the 10-year average of the 17.7. As far as the economic calendar, we had so this week we've got the Fed Chair Powell speaking on Wednesday. There is a good chance that he will do absolutely nothing. There's a 98% chance that we're going to keep those rates at 5.25 to 5.5. It's not until June that it is looking at a 99% chance. Wow, wait. Where are we at? Okay, that's March. Here's June. There's actually in June only a 46% chance of a rate cut to 5 to 5.25. So it's not until July, it looks like, that there's a larger chance, 5 to 5.25. So basically, they're looking at keeping interest rates higher for longer. As far as the different sectors, last week we had energy up and materials up. Last week, everything else was down a little, or basically flat, pretty close to flat. And year to date, since we are up 7% year to date, most all of the sectors are up, with the exception of real estate and consumer discretionary. Communications services is up 9%. There's that 7% on the S&P 500. Financials 8%. Industrials 7%, healthcare 7%, technology 6.8%. So everything is up pretty good. If we look at the FactSet earnings insight, we can see that for the week, let's see, earnings growth for Q1 2024, it's 3.3%. for Q1. And then if we look down, I think it's around page 15. If we look at the upcoming for Q2, they're projecting earnings growth of 9.1%, revenue growth of 4.6%. And then for calendar year, for the whole year this year, 11% and 5%. And then for next year, 13% and 5.9%. So continued growth moving forward. If we look at the fear and greed index, we're still up there pretty high. It's 73. Pretty greedy right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the trades that we have on the trade platform. Adobe was one that had earnings last week. It did not. It actually beat top and bottom line. And unfortunately, they always are so conservative with their guidance, but guided lower, and the stock moved down big, and it wasn't good. But I rolled out my March option to April, and I'm just staying long. And you can see it's up quite a bit, 18 points this morning. The market is open right now. It's 10:21 Pacific time right now. And then I've got a 535.20 put spread on as well. If we go to the curve mode and the analysis, you can see we're profitable. Actually, yeah, we're not that far away. I suspect this is going to continue to move up. Everything was good. There's no reason not to be long. My target for Adobe is much higher than this. It's up in the high 600 range for Adobe, and they're a great company, and so I expect to stay long and just keep rolling, put credit spreads. AMD, big AI stock, has done well. I actually bought last week and I'm down. I needed to go up past 120, 192 and a half. It is up a little, but this is a short-term play that expires this week. And then I've got a couple of midterm put spreads on as well. But you can see I profit above 195. We're not that far away. I expect it to continue to move up. It had a bit of a downtick recently. So AMD, I'm long going forward. Definitely, let's see. Just over the last 30 days, let's see where we're at with AMD. Yeah, up 826 to 822 just over the last 30 days. So we've done pretty well in AMD. Chewy is actually down a little bit today. 22 and a half is where I've got a straddle on. I'm actually in the profit zone already where we're at with that straddle, but I'm just going to stay, with strangles basically in Chewy. It's a pretty low price stock. Ivy rank is high at 79. DraftKings, I've got a couple of poor man's covered calls, 46 calls. It's at 43 right now. We're in a good profit zone right now with DraftKings. We've done really well. Just over the last 30 days, I think we've done pretty well. Yeah, $690 just over the last 30 days. GDX, gold miners. Gold has been down, and it actually just moved up since we put this on. So it's done pretty well for us. Yeah, $95 since we put that on just recently. But I'm long. Yeah, with a poor man's covered call in the gold miners. Google just had a big move up today, and I actually just closed out a position in Google this morning because it was up. Look at this, it's up 5.25%. It was up 6% earlier, so I closed out one of my positions. I'll continue to be long Google, but it's done well. Anytime that it is down, I will add more to my position. But they did miss last time on their ad revenue, and that was the reason for the drop. But there's earnings on April 23rd, and you can see these options expire on April 19th. So that is prior to the earnings. So that's actually a good thing. Only have $98 left in this trade to collect, but we've made 180 on it so far in just that trade. IWM, the Russell, I'm long the Russell going forward. We've made a little, 116 bucks in the last 30 days in the Russell, and I expect small cap to continue to do well. L3 is down a little bit today, but I've got a couple of put spreads on in L3. It's done well for us. 685 in the last 30 days. 6 months, $1,365. So I like L3. It's a great defense stock going forward. The fact that it's down right now, I may put on a trade. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to table mode. Oh, wait, they've got earnings coming up. When is earnings? 425. Okay, so we could still put on a trade in April. I'm going to add one more since it's down today. We collect $248 on a $10 wide at 210. And we can see it's stayed, it's been in that range, but now it's down, so I expect it to move up. I think it's going to do okay. I'm going to leave that there. See if we get filled. Actually, even 250 bucks. See if we get filled there. Yeah, we did. 250 bucks. All right, so now we should show three of the put spreads on in L3. So that's what I do on down days. I'll add. On big up days, like on Google, I'll sell a position. So that's the advantage of having like 2 or 3 different tranches on or positions on. You can sell one on an up day, and on a down day you can buy one. Lulu earnings coming up this week. 18th, 19th, 20, 21. So Thursday, it looks like, is earnings after the bell. So we'd want to put on the trade Thursday. But I've got one on 450 to 540. We're in that profit zone right now. It's moved down, and if you look here, it's moved down a little. So I like the position I'm in on Lulu. We'll probably wait. There's $500 in extrinsic in Lulu left to collect. So that can be pretty good. We're down a little bit in the last 60 days, but last 6 months we're up $672 in Lulu. So it's been pretty good position for us to trade. Mara's down, the crypto miner. I've got some Bitcoin as well, and Bitcoin's more of a pure play. I saw some videos and did some research on Mara, and it looked like, you know, a good one to try real small. So I just threw on a $5 wide put spread. It's been down a little bit, but with the halving, it actually cuts the amount that Bitcoin miners receive in half. But in turn, at halving, the Bitcoin, which they own a lot of, generally goes up. So we'll see how this does. I may not trade Mara. I'll always have some Bitcoin, I think, going forward. We'll see how this one plays out. And I did a video on Mara too, kind of covering it if you want to check that out. ServiceNow is a great company. They're up a little bit today. I've got a very wide iron condor on. We should be right in, yeah, we're right in the middle of it right now. And they've got earnings on the 24th. So I expect it to stay in this range and not move too much until after earnings. And this expires on the 19th. So we're going to be out of this position well prior to earnings. We've got $220 left to collect in ServiceNow going forward. NVIDIA, actually, you know what? I want to look at Netflix. I don't have a position, but we've done so well in Netflix that yeah, in Netflix just over the last year, yeah, $3,200. So I like to always look at those. We're up today. Ivy rank is 59. I don't think I have a position yet because we've got earnings coming up 4/18. So that is right prior to the next expiration on the April options. That's why I don't have one on. Okay. NVIDIA, I've got a put spread 810, 820. It's up a little bit today. I'm going to stay long NVIDIA. How can you bet against it? But yeah, just real small position, $10 wide. We've got $360 left to collect as long as it stays above that 820 prior to April 19th. And, you know, there's no earnings. They just had earnings. We collect that $360. So I like that position in NVIDIA. Palantir, I threw on a leaps option. It's been down just slightly, a little bit lately. So Palantir, I like long term. So back in that, it had had a huge run up, but now I like a leaps option. Any big up day, this isn't really too big, 1.5%. Let me see what I could get if I sold a call against it in April. I could sell the 25 and collect a buck. Let's see if we can sell a nearer term. How about 25, you get $21. Not even worth it. 20, yeah, I don't want to cap my profits, although I don't think it's going to move up too big. But you know what? I'll sell the 25 and collect a buck. How about that in April? Yeah, done. So now we've got a poor man's covered call. All right, the Q's up today, so it's moving against me. 440, so we're still in that profit range on the Q's. We're still anything below that 440. We've got $471 in extrinsic. So this is my, hedge. It's a counter position, and it will profit when the market goes down. SoFi's been killing me. I've got some different leaps options, long term. So I'm long term in SoFi. Next earnings, I'm sure it'll beat again, and it'll move up big as well. SPX is down. Oof. I'm doing 0 DTE, and I'm kind of playing with this. Let's see. Hang on. If if I look at SPX, down 460 today, but yeah, I'm only down 75. I made 390 on an earlier trade, and now it's moved. Let's see. This is that Moomoo chart that I like and I'm using. So I've got a position here that I had on earlier. I had one here, and then I sold it. But oh, now we've got a nice move back down. Wow. So I'm looking for this to come down below where it's at. I have a feeling, yeah, 380. So now we're up 15 bucks for the day. But I'm kind of playing with SPX. I'm refining my strategy, doing 0 DTE SPX. So I'll come out with some videos once I have it a little bit more refined, but I'm just kind of experimenting right now. The SQQQ is a hedge, and it's down because the market is up today. TLT and TMF are bond funds. With the interest rate staying higher for longer, those do well when interest rates drop. So they eventually will. And as we looked at on that Fed Watch tool, it looks like July is the expected next date. Typically 3 months before the cut is when they do well. So we're a little bit early on TLT and TMF, but those will come around. They're still real low right now, and they are a hedge against the rest of the portfolio. Tesla just made a big move today, $9, so up 5.61% today. And I've got 2 put spreads on right now. I actually sold one this morning for a profit since it was up 5%. Verizon, long term, it trades right around that 40, but a big 6 or 7% dividend, so that's why I own the shares outright. Poor man's covered call against Wells Fargo. It's done well. ExxonMobil's done well as well, and it is up big today, 1.14%. And ExxonMobil, I think we've done pretty well. $637 just over the last 30 days. So that is it for the trades. All right, guys, I put a link down below for the free options workshop. Remember to grab that. Open an account with Moomoo. Get 15 free stocks and deposit just $1,000. You actually get 5.1% on your cash when you open an account. You get an extra 3%. So that is 8.1% on your money. Remember to hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question. I answer everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.